Hey guys, so I just want to address a question that's been going around the Game of Thrones community ever since the preview for episode 6 came out, and that is if Gendry will die next episode, or really soon. And there's a couple of reasons for this. The first one, and if you're up to speed with the content that's already been shown on the TV show, is that we all know that Gendry's back and that he has his warhammer that's very similar to his father's hammer, and that he's up with Jon Snow in the north trying to find a white, which I think is a terrible idea. But in the preview, we see not only a clip of Gendry using his hammer, so we know that he has it with him, but we also see the Hound using it too, which begs the question, what happened to Gendry? Why isn't he using his only weapon that he brought up? We also know that the Hound, I think, brought up a sword of his own, so what happened to that? How come he's using Gendry's hammer? So that's a big one. The second one is that, this is not really related, but in the past, especially last season, Game of Thrones had a bit of a history of just getting rid of characters that we haven't seen in a while. They'll bring them back for a short time and get rid of them really quickly. We saw it with the Blackfish, we saw it with Usher, Rickon, and, barely even Shaggy Dog as well. We only saw his head after a couple of seasons. So people are worried if Gendry will die, just, he's brought back and then all of a sudden that loose end is cut off really quickly. Now, before I give my personal answer, I just want to let you know that it might contain spoilers. It is based off a leak that I've heard, and these could be right, these could be wrong, but in the past they have been more or less correct. So before I start talking about it, I just want to let you know this is a spoilers warning. If you don't want anything spoiled for you for next episode, you should leave right now, because I'm going to talk about it in a few seconds.
This I know.
Alright, so based on the leaks that I've heard, from what I understand that he won't die fighting the Whites, or not just yet anyway. When Jon's group go beyond the wall, they encounter a lot of whites, they struggle for a bit. I think they go to a secondary position or somewhere else. They run off somewhere else so they can hold off the army of the dead for a little bit longer. And I think Gendry is given leave, I think on a horse or something, or is told to run back to Eastwatch and send a raven to Daenerys so then she can bring her dragons and come get them out of there. Now, that's the leak that I've heard. I'm not entirely sure if it is correct, but in the past they have been, so that's why I'm going to go along with this idea. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, I also want to talk about something else that I think might happen next episode. So I haven't got any theories or any leaks from this. This is just off the top of my head. But I feel like there's a big reason why Beric Dondarrion and Thoros are there with Jon this time. It could be that, we might see Beric perish this next episode or two, trying to defend Jon. Or we might even see Jon come back. There's been a lot of foreshadowing, like, for instance, the line that's always said that I wish you good fortune in the wars to come. It's said by Mance Rayder right before he dies. It's also said by Sir Arthur Dayne before he dies as well. And this time, in episode 5, we also hear Jon say it to Daenerys right before he leaves. So some people are speculating that he might die as well. It is possible. I think that maybe Beric might give his life to bring Jon back. It might be similar to what happened in the books, where Beric sacrificed his last resurrection, so his last chance to come back to life, so then the Brotherhood can bring back Lady Stoneheart, or I should say Catelyn Stark. So they might be going along with that angle to bring back Jon Snow in case he dies again. They have been sort of iffy about it in the books. Daenerys keeps bringing it up, and Jon and Tyrion keep, brushing it away. So we might see that again. There's another theory that, bringing back a whole white would be tough to do. And instead, one of them might sacrifice themselves to become a white. Now, in the clip, in the preview, we did see Jon fight a White Walker, an actual White Walker that has a blade that once you're stabbed with it, you will slowly turn into a white. It's possible that they might have this weapon. Jon might defeat this enemy, or someone might be stabbed by this weapon, and they need to deliver this person, or this weapon, to Cersei or Daenerys, and convince anyone else in Westeros to join the cause to fight the army of the dead. I could be wrong. But anyway, those are my theories for next episode. Hopefully no one dies, but if it is, could be, if I had to give it to someone, probably Beric. I really hope not Captain Friendzone, but it could be Jorah Mormont. I'm hoping that the Hound can stay alive, but seeing as though the Hound was on Arya's list, and she thinks that he's dead, but he's not, he might turn into a white, in which case Arya might have to kill him, and that way she could complete a list. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.